Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly Chatflow. In this video, we're going to learn how to build a WhatsApp chatbot to share job openings and automate hiring. So I'm an owner of a business and I'm tired of replying to all the inquiries that I receive from my candidates related to the job openings that I have in my business. So what I've done is I've simply created a WhatsApp chatbot that is automatically going to reply towards all the inquiries that my candidate asks related to the job openings. So how I created this chatbot? With the help of Pabbly Chatflow. This chatbot is going to send the details of the jobs that we are hiring for in our business. With that, the application link, the form is going to be forwarded towards my candidates automatically, as well as this bot is going to share the details of my HR so that if any candidate have any inquiries related to the job openings, they can directly contact them. So if you also want to learn how you can create this chatbot for yourself, for your business, for that, let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to understand how to build a WhatsApp chatbot to share job openings and automate hiring. So as an owner of a tech solutions company, managing job inquiries and recruitment manually is very time consuming and inefficient. We were constantly receiving WhatsApp messages from candidates asking for job openings, application procedures, and position details. Responding to each message manually and individually was slowing down our hiring process. To solve this, I decided to automate the recruitment process by setting up a WhatsApp job info bot using Pabbly. This bot will automate the recruitment process by instantly sharing job details, collecting candidate information, and sending application forms directly on WhatsApp as messages. It will also allow candidates to easily contact HR for further inquiries. This automation will help us save time, streamline hiring, and provide seamless experience for job seekers. So now let's get started. We are going to create the bot with the help of Pabbly Chatflow. So what is Pabbly Chatflow? Pabbly Chatflow is a newly launched product by Pabbly that helps us to create an efficient communication between us and our users via WhatsApp messages. And to create the bot using Pabbly Chatflow, we have to create a new flow in our account. For that, from the left side of the panel, we have to go towards this flows section right over here. As I'm going to do that, we are going to land towards the flow builder page right here. On this page, you have to click on this top right corner button, add flow right over here. As we're going to do that, this new flow is going to start over here. We have to give the title to the flow first. So for the title of my flow, I'm going to give over here as WhatsApp job info bot. Okay, so this is the name that I want to give to this flow over here that I'm creating. Okay, the flow that we are creating is going to start with the keywords and the regex. Okay, keywords are the words that whenever a customer sends us a message, this keyword is going to trigger this flow. So let's suppose if a customer writes hello right here, I'm going to enter the keyword hello. So as we have the keyword hello over here, this flow is going to trigger by our customer's message. So customer sends us hello. Automatically, this flow that we have created is going to be triggered by the word as we have entered hello. In this manner, you can enter as many keywords as you want. I'm going to enter it as hello, hey, and hi right here. Okay. After entering the keywords over here, it says enter regex. So what is regex? Regex is regular impressions. It's a technique used to match specific pattern in text. So let's suppose I'm going to get a text from any of the person like they want to know any of the job openings. So in this sentence can be rephrased as I want to know more about the job openings that you have. What are the other job openings that you have? We can get the same sentence in different patterns, okay? The job openings word is going to be common for each and every pattern. So what we can do is we can enter regex in a pattern right over here that is going to help us to sense a word from the sentence. Okay, we have to enter the sensitive regex right over here, and to enable the regex you have to toggle this button on right here. It is not mandatory to enable the toggle while entering the regex. Enable toggle for each sensitive regex only. Okay, I want the regex over here as, so this is the regex pattern that I have entered. If you want to know more about it, you can check out the document that is in the description. Okay, so this is the pattern that I have written over here. It's for the job, opening, apply, hiring, recruitment. If I'm going to further scroll over here, you can see I have written it for vacancy, register, details. You can see over here, these are the words over here. So if any of the sentence in whichever pattern includes these words over here, what is going to happen? This flow is going to be triggered as we have enabled the regex, okay? So as now we have started the flow over here, now what I want is if you're going to receive any of the messages with these keywords or with the regex word right over here, towards that I want to send a WhatsApp message, okay? Now for sending the WhatsApp message, first I want to ask the person's name as they are applying or wants to know about the job openings that we have in my business. So in order to do that, I want to firstly know the full name of the person who is asking for any of the things. For that, over here, this panel, it says actions. I'm going to go to it. And from the given options over here, you can see it says ask question. I'm going to select it and drop it over here in this field, okay? This question is then going to appear in front of you. I want to ask the question for the full name of that person. So for the question over here, I'm going to write it as, so this is the question that I have. You can see right over here. Hi, welcome to InnovaTech. To assist you better, may I know your full name? And you can see this hi, welcome to InnovaTech is between these two star signs right here. Using the signs, I can create the bold text. It's the formatting to create the bold text. That is why I've added the stars over here in the beginning and the end of the sentence for the formatting, okay? So this is my question for knowing the full name. Now it is asking for me to select the contact custom fields, okay? So over here in your Pabbly Chatflow account, you create your own contact custom fields. You can see in settings, it says contact custom fields. If I'm going to open this in a new tab over here, you can see contacts custom fields is going to appear in front of you. Over here, you can see I've created few fields like address, email, city, full name, company, and date of birth. And there are other fields also that I have created, okay? And the custom fields differs for each contact. That is why I've created these custom fields. So over here, as I've asked the question, this question is going to be filled in which custom field? In the custom field, I have created a field in the name of full name. So as I'm asking for the full name, so I'm going to select the field over here as full name. It is asking for the format. I'm going to select as text as we're going to receive the text of this full name right here. Over here it is asking for number of attempts. I'm going to give it as 1 only because this is the only attempt when they're going to tell us their full name. And over here it is asking for the enter validation text. I do not want that, so I'm going to skip the part. So my first question is going to be forwarded as to ask for the full name, okay? So now to connect the first step with the last step, you can see this point over here. I'm going to drag it and connect it to this point over here in our next step, okay? So you can see this line. That means this step is connected to my second step. Now, as we have the full name, I want to ask the person another question. So I'm going to drag this ask question field again. And now I want to know about the person's email. Okay, so this person has given us the full name. Now I want to know the email of the person. Now for that, I'm going to enter another question right here. So this is my another question, that is thank you. Next to thank you, it says $full name. As I have created a custom field, you can see the person is going to tell me their full name. Automatically, it will be added to the contacts custom field in the name of full name. Okay. So as now the custom field of the full name is going to be added, I can add that field over here as $full name. As they're going to send me their full name, automatically it will say thank you. So let's suppose they have sent me the name as test. So it will say thank you test. Please share your email address so we can keep you updated. Okay. So this message is going to be forwarded. I've added the variable. How you can add the variable? You have the custom field. You have to enter the custom field as it is. That is full name. In front of it, add a $sign. Okay. So this is my question right over here. Okay. So over here, as I'm asking for the email address of this person, so now the custom field is going to be email and the format over here is going to be email as well. Okay. After that, it is asking for the number of attempts. It's going to be 1 only, and I do not want the validation message, so I'm going to skip the part. After that, I'm going to connect it right over here. Okay, so this is connected to this step. After knowing the email address, I want to send them a welcome message next. So for that, I'm going to drag this point from here and leave it over here. And as I'm going to do that, it is asking for me to choose the content type. I'm going to select as text button right here. I want to send them a message. So for the message over here, I'm going to write it as, so this is the message that I have, that is thank you, full name. Full name is the variable that I've already told you that I've entered right over here as well. We are excited to help you with your job search. What would you like to do next? Okay, so this is the question. Now for the question, I want to create some buttons, and as they're going to select any of the buttons, automatically they're going to divert it towards the next step. Now for adding the buttons in this message, I'm going to click on this add button right here. So there can be only 3 maximum buttons added to the message. So my first button over here is going to be view job openings. This is my first button that I have, that is going to be sent with this message right here. Okay. After that, I want to add another button. So for the another button value over here, I'm going to write it as apply for a job. Okay, so this is the second button that I have. I have one last button as well, which I'm going to write over here as contact HR. Okay, so these are the 3 buttons that I'm going to send with this message over here. Okay, so now after that, a candidate is going to select this button, that is view job opening. So as they're going to select this button, I want to send them a list of the job openings that we have in our company. Now for doing that, I'm going to drag this point over here and drop it over here in this field, and from the content type, I'm going to select the list, as now I'm going to send them the job openings list right here. It is asking for the header of this list. So for the header, I'm going to write it as, so for the header, I've written it as job positions. Okay, so this is the header that I want as soon as they're going to select this button from this message. Okay, so this is the header that they're going to see. After that, it is asking for the body. In the body, I'm going to, what is there in this list right here. So for the body, I'm going to write it as, so this is the body that I've entered, that is this list contains detailed information about the available job positions, including role descriptions, required skills, experience levels, and locations. It helps candidates to choose the right position and apply accordingly. Okay, so this is the body that is going to be forwarded with the name of this list right over here. Okay, now as we have done that, it is asking for us to enter a footer. If you want to enter a footer, you can definitely do that right here. I do not require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. Now after doing that over here, we have to add a section in the list. So I'm going to click on this add section. We have to give a title to the section. So this section is going to be the department in which the hiring is open. Okay, so there are multiple departments in a corporate. So I'm going to rename this section a department right over here. So I'm going to write over here as, it is technical roles. This section is going to be for the technical roles in my company. Okay, so I'm going to add an item. As I'm going to add an item, it is asking for the title. The title is going to be the job position. Okay, and if you want to add a description of that job position, you can do it right over here. So for the title, under this category, I'm going to write it as software developer. Okay, so this is the first title right over here. So in this section, the first job opening for the position is for software developer. Now if you want, you can add a description of this position. I do not want that, so I'm going to skip the part. Now in this section, there is another hiring, so I'm going to add another item in the same section. And for the title, that is the job title over here, I'm going to write it as data analyst. Okay, so this is the second position that we are hiring under this section, that is technical roles. Okay, if you want, you can add a description in this section over here. Okay, after that, I do not want any other items, that is any other job opening titles in this section, so I'm going to skip it. I'm going to add another section as we have hiring in another department as well. So I'm going to give the section name over here as sales and marketing. So this is the other department in my company. Now I'm going to add an item that is going to be the job title. Okay, so I'm going to add an item right over here. Now for the title of the position that we are hiring in this section is going to be sales executive. Okay, so this is the title that we are hiring in this section right here. So this is the only item. Now after that, over here I'm going to add another section because there is hiring in another department in my company as well. So I'm going to give the department name over here in this title section, human resources. Okay, there is another hiring going on in this section, the department human resources. I'm going to add an item that is going to be the job title. The job title over here is going to be HR coordinator. So this is the job title under this section right here. So these are the 4 titles that the job titles that we are hiring in my company. Okay, so now as the candidate is going to select any of the titles from this list, I want to send them a described message of the role of the position that we are hiring. With that, I want to tell all the other requirements that we want as we are hiring. Okay. Now for that, okay, so this is a title that is software developer. Now I want to send a description for this title if any of the candidates select this position right here. Now in order to do that, you can see this point. I'm going to drag it and drop it in this field, and I'm going to select over here the content type as text button right here. I'm going to send the message as they're going to select this position over here as. So this is the description that is going to be forwarded to the candidate if they're going to select this position, software developer. So let us read the description. It says software developer. Over here, the role is develop and maintain web and mobile applications. Skills is proficiency in Java, Python, and JavaScript. Experience is 1 to 3 years preferred. Location is on-site, remote, options available. Okay. So this is the message that is going to be forwarded towards my candidate if they are going to select this position from the list that we are forwarding to them. Okay. After the description of software developer, I want to send the description for the data analysis. So I'm going to select the content type as text button right over here. And the message that I want to send towards the candidate is going to be data analysis role. Interpret and analyze data to support business decisions. Skills Excel, SQL, and data visual tools. Experience 1-3 years in data analysis. Location hybrid, remote, office. Okay, so this is the message that is going to be forwarded to the candidate if they're going to select this job title, that is data analyst. In the same manner, I'm going to enter both the messages for the HR coordinator and the sales executive right over here. So you can see I have now done that. Sales executive, this is the sales executive message. You can see right away a sales executive. Role drive sales growth and build client relationship skills, strong communication and negotiation skills, experience 1+ years in sales or related field, in office with travel opportunities. Okay, so this is the sales executive. Similarly, I've written for HR coordinate as well. You can see right over here. So these messages are going to be forwarded towards the candidate according to the job type that they're going to select from this list that we have created for job positions. Okay, so as now we have done that, so now what is going to happen, these messages are going to be forwarded towards our candidate if they're going to select the button view job openings right here. Okay, another button over here, it says apply for a job. Now in this button, I want the message to be, I'm going to drag it and drop it right over here. Select the content type as text button. Now over here, the message I want to write it as. So this is the message that I want to send if they're going to select this button, apply for a job. Thank you for your interest in applying. To proceed with your job application, please fill out the form below with your details. Apply here. In this, I've added the link of the form that I've created. You can see right over here. This is the link. So this is the form that I've created using Google Forms, and using this form, people can apply for the job openings that we have in our company. So I've attached the link of this form over here in this message. Okay, it says note, make sure to provide accurate information to avoid any delays in the application process. Best of luck with your application. Okay, so this is the message that is going to be forwarded towards the candidate if they're going to select the button apply for a job. Okay, after that over here, the next is contact HR. So I'm going to write a message for this as well. I'm going to select the content type as text button, and for the message over here, I'm going to write it as. So this is the message that I've written if the candidate chooses an option contact HR, which is need assistance. For any queries or further information, feel free to contact our HR team. HR contact email and phone number you can see right over here. Office hours is from Monday to Friday 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. IST. We are here to help with you any questions regarding the application process or job details. Okay, so this message is going to be forwarded if the candidate chooses this option, that is contact HR. Okay, so this is the entire flow that I've created as the WhatsApp job info bot. You can see right over here. So now let us sum up this flow. So this flow is going to be triggered with these keywords that I've entered and the sensitive regex that I've entered right over here. So as this flow is going to be triggered, the first thing is that this flow is going to ask, this bot is going to ask for the question of knowing the full name of the candidate. Okay, as we're going to know the full name, they're going to reply us with the full name automatically. Then next it is going to ask for the email address of that candidate as well. As now we have the email address, this message is going to be forwarded to towards the candidate. And in this message, we have given our candidates three options, that is view job openings, apply for a job, and contact HR. So first option is view job openings, in which the candidate will receive a list of job positions that we are hiring in our company, in which I have created multiple sections, and in the sections I've added the job titles. So according to the title, that job title the candidate is going to select, they are going to receive a message of the description. In the description, they are going to receive the role, skill, experience, and the location according to the job they are going to select, the title that they are going to select. Okay, so they are going to receive the messages according to the jobs that they are going to select from the list that we are going to forward to them for the job positions. Okay, after that, over here it is asking for apply for a job. As they're going to select this button, automatically towards the candidate, the thank you message is going to be forwarded. In the message, they are also going to receive the link of the form with the help of which they can apply for the job in my company. Okay, so they're going to receive the link over here. Third is contact HR. So if the candidate selects this third button, that is contact HR, they are going to receive the HR details like the email of the HR with the phone number, office hours, and they are going to receive a message in which they are going to be guided of all the needs that they have. Okay, so this is how I have created my WhatsApp job info bot right here. So now as I've created this bot, I want to save this flow. Now in order to do that, click on the save button in the top right corner right over here. And as I'm going to do that, it says flow updated successfully. This means this flow has now been created. Now what we are going to do is we are going to test this flow that we have created. In order to do that, what I'm going to do is, with the help of my WhatsApp number, I'm going to send a WhatsApp message towards this bot that I've created. So let's suppose I'm going to send a WhatsApp message to this bot over here as, hello, I want to know about the job openings in your company. Okay, so this is the message that I want to send. Hello, I want to know about the job openings in your company. So I'm going to send this message over here. As I'm going to send the message, you can see I have received, hi, welcome to Innovatech. To assist you better, may I know your full name? So I'm going to write a full name right over here. Let's suppose I'm going to write the full name over here as Vinay Patel. Okay, so this is the full name that I'm going to send. Okay, I've sent the message to the bot. It says, thank you, Vinay Patel. Please share your email address so that we can keep you updated. Okay, so now I'm going to send the email address. So let's suppose I'm going to send the email address over here as vinay@pabblytudes.com. This is the email address that I want to send. Okay, so this is the email address. After that, it says, thank you, Vinay Patel. We are excited to help you with your job search. What would you like to do next? Okay, there are three options: view job openings, apply for a job, and contact HR. Firstly, I want to know the job opening, so I'm going to select this option right here. As I'm going to select the option, the list for the job positions is going to appear in front of you. It says the list contains detailed information about the available job positions. If I'm going to click on this open list button right over here, you can see there are multiple sections. There are three sections: technical roles, sales, marketing, and human resource. I want to search for the data analysis position. I want to know about this position. So I'm going to select it and I'm going to send this data analysis position right over here. As I'm going to send, you can see data analyst, role, skills, experience, and location has been forwarded as a message to me right here. As I've received that, I also want to know about this sales executive position. I'm going to select and send over here. You can see I can know about the details for this job position right here. So now as I have the details, I want to apply for the job. Okay, so over here I'm going to select the other option, apply for a job right here. As I'm going to do that, you can see over here I've received thank you for the interest, and with that I have received the link of the form with the help of which I can apply for the job. So I'm going to close this first, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this link over here to apply for the job. Okay, I'm going to open it. As I'm going to do that, you can see the job application form is then going to appear in front of you, and in this form it is asking for all these details with the help of which we can apply for the job in this company. Okay, so I have received the link, you can see right over here. Okay, as I've done that, I want to also contact to the HR, so I'm going to select this other option, contact HR right over here. And as I'm going to do that, you can see over here I've received the HR contact details like the email and the phone number. Okay, so you can see this bot that I've created is working successfully. As now this bot is created and working successfully, this means that we successfully created the job info bot using Pabbly Chatflow. Now, if you want to check the messages as your business owner, you want to check the messages, the conversation between your bot and you. For that, from the left side of the panel, go towards the inbox section right here. In the inbox section, you can see all the conversation that is going on between you and your bot. Okay, so I'm going to select this chat over here. And as I'm going to do that, you can see over here, this is the same chat and these are the same messages that we were receiving and sending towards the candidate. Okay, in the custom fields, if you're going to see, you can see right over here, the email is this right over here. The full name is Vinay Patel. You can see right over here. Okay, so it has been updated in our custom fields directly as well with the help of the bot. And you can see the send messages and the receive replies that we have received from our candidates in the inbox. Okay. And that's it. You have successfully learned how to set up a WhatsApp job info bot using Pabbly Chatflow. With this bot in place, you can now handle job inquiries effortlessly, share job position details instantly, collect candidates' information seamlessly. This not only saves you time but also ensures a smooth professional experience for job seekers. If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more automation tips and tutorials. See you in the next video.